What's up, guys? My name is Ara and this is the Low Limit Poker Challenge, and I have a very interesting hand to talk about with you guys tonight. So this is my second time recording the video because last time I forgot to say that I raised to $50 on the button. So here goes with me including my raise on the button. I'm playing 5-10 no limit. I have $800, and let's just say for simplicity that all the effective stacks are $800. So, one guy limps in for $10. I'm on the button with ace-jack offsuit. I decide to go to $50 even. The guy in the small blind, who's a recreational player, he is not a bad player. He's not a horrible player, but he is a recreational player. He does make some minor mistakes that I see, and I do think he plays a few hands more than the normal professional, or more than the very experienced player that does it for a living, but I haven't seen him make any huge mistakes. So anyway, he calls the extra $45, so he's in for $50. The guy in the big blind is playing way too many hands, and he ends up putting in the extra $40. The guy that limped for 10, he ends up putting in the extra $40. So we got four ways to the flop, $200 pot. Flop comes a very nice Jack 6. So I have ace jack. First guy checks, second guy checks, third guy checks, and I want to build a pot, so I just toss in two little green chips, bet $50 into the pot. Guy in the small blind quickly calls. The guy that plays way too many hands quickly calls, and the limper folds. So now there's $350 in the pot. Let's see a turn card. Turn is the king of clubs. This brings a backdoor flush draw possible now. First guy checks, second guy checks. I want to start building a pot. I have about $700 left in my stack, and I want to be able to get the majority of it in on the river. So I want to make a somewhat sizable bet, and I bet $175. And relatively quickly, the recreational player in the small blind, he decides to check raise to $350. So, am I happy or am I disappointed that he check raised? Well, let's look at the combinations of hands that he could have. By the way, the big blind folded, so it's on me. I have to decide what to do. So, first of all, the board's paired. He could have a full house. He could very easily have called the $50 with pocket sixes. I mean, he could have called the $50 pre-flop with pocket sixes, making pocket sixes a very likely hand for him to have. So, is this how he would have played pocket sixes? By calling 50 pre-flop, calling 50 on the flop to slow play his hand, and setting up the check raise trap on the turn? I think it is absolutely how he would play a hand like pocket sixes or king jack, which would also beat me on the turn for jacks full of kings. So there's three combinations of pocket sixes available. There are three combinations of king jack. One of the cards would have to be a jack of spades, and there's three more kings available. So I do think that it's slightly more likely that he would have king jack of spades than king jack offsuit, but he is a recreational player, so he might have king jack offsuit. So that leaves three combinations of king jack. So that's six combinations of hands that beat me. So what are the hands that I beat? I definitely beat queen jack of spades. He would definitely play a suited connector. I beat jack 10 of spades. I beat queen jack and jack 10 offsuit, but I'm not so sure he would play those for $50 in the small blind, being the first one to make a decision. So I am highly discounting those hands and just giving him credit for queen jack of spades and jack 10 of spades. He could also have jack 9 suited, jack 9 of spades, but I might be hoping that he plays jack 9 suited. I'm sitting in traffic for no reason because I'm making this video. So, I don't know, I'm kind of discounting jack 9 suited, and I really don't think he has jack 9 offsuit. I'm kind of wishing that he has queen jack of spades or jack 10 of spades. So, there's also some other hands that I would chop with, jack of spades and any one of the three aces. So, I'm losing to six combinations of pocket sixes. Three combinations of pocket sixes, three combinations of king jack. I'm chopping with three combinations of ace jack, and I'm losing to queen jack of spades. I'm beating queen jack of spades. It's late. Sorry if I make some mistakes. I'm beating queen jack of spades. I'm beating jack 10 of spades. I'm hoping that he plays stuff like Queen Jack offsuit and Jack 10 offsuit. But the reality is I have to make a decision because I'm at the table, and I have Ace Jack when there's a Jack Jack on the board. So I don't just want to fold. What would you do? What do you think I did? You guys know how I play. You guys have played with me before. I'll give you a second to answer. Leave any comments in the comment section below before I tell you what happened in the hand. So, it turns out I folded and he showed me King Jack. No, I'm just kidding, I didn't fold. I put all my money in, I put the whole $700 in. He very quickly called, and it turns out that we both had Ace Jack. So I was very happy to have that result of chopping the pot, because I thought there were actually more combinations of hands that I was losing to than combinations of hands that I was beating. But my final decision came down to that I just think that Ace Jack is way too strong of a hand to fold when you get two jacks on the flop. It's just too strong to fold. You just can't do it. I mean, over time, you're just going to be losing money. So even though I thought there's a good chance I was losing, and there was a smaller than good chance that I was winning, I figured because of the money already in the pot, the $350 already in the pot, my $175, you know, I just had to go with it, and I was happy that he had Ace Jack. So I was relieved to chop a pot, which is not usually how I feel when I chop pots. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and definitely leave your comments about the hand, because I'm very, very curious about this one, because as powerful of a hand as Ace Jack is when the flop is Jack Jack 6, I actually think most of the time I am behind, or not counting the chops. I think the times I'm behind outweigh the times I'm actually ahead in the hand. So I'm curious to hear what your comments are. I'm genuinely confused as to what I should have done. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.